This is a news story I've been planning to cover for a very long time. Just have a long list of videos to make. This one is no doubt a hoax 100%. I'm going to prove that without a shadow of a doubt. And I'm also going to make the connection with Katy Perry. First off, taking a look at the supposed parents of JonBenet Ramsey. Just actors, that's all they are, nothing more. Just take a look at this interview with the supposed mother, Patsy Ramsey, which I believe is nothing more than a play on names, of course, with the reference as Patsy, just like the supposed JFK shooting with Lee Harvey Oswald. Now let's take a look at this interview. Clearly see this woman is just an actress. There's no tears. I call these TV tears. It means there are none. Take a look.
We're residents of Boulder. I tell my friends to keep your baby close to you.
And again, no tears. You don't see the swelling of the eyes. Let's take a closer look.
If I were a resident of Boulder, I would tell my friends to keep your baby close to you.
Of course, she puts on that sad face, but where are the tears? Now, what really gives us away are the occultic numbers associated with this supposed news story. Let's just take a look at all the information on JonBenet Ramsey here. Let's get a little bit of a close-up so we can get a better look at the numbers. Supposedly, she was born on August 6, 1990 in Atlanta, Georgia. Of course, as I mentioned many times, Atlanta, Georgia is on the 33rd parallel. Just like CNN, like I pointed out many times, is located also in Atlanta, Georgia on the 33rd parallel. Understand, as I mentioned before as well, Christ, of course, was crucified at the age of 33. This is all about the mockery of Christ. And the reason the highest degree in the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry is 33. Talking about the mockery of Christ, let's get back the numbers associated with JonBenet Ramsey. Supposedly died on December 25th. And of course, the date that supposedly Christ was born, when he was actually more likely born the end of September, the beginning of October. Whole nother subject. Basically, this is Nimrod's birthday, the cult of Babylon. Getting back to, again, the 33, take a look at the supposed resting place in Marietta, Georgia, also on the 33rd parallel. Of course, supposedly died in Boulder, Colorado. Now, after establishing what supposedly happened to JonBenet Ramsey, this character is nothing more than a hoax. Let's take a look at this comparison photo from People magazine with Katy Perry. And I find this pretty interesting. I want to touch upon the mole. This is a pretty big issue here that I want to get into. But first off, first thing I noticed, something doesn't look right about this photo. Her smile just doesn't seem right. Let's get a little bit of a close-up and let's make it a comparison. First thing off the bat, I see those chins. To me, these chins are identical. Take a look at the eyes. Extremely similar. The lighting's a little bit off. But to me, these eyes are the same. And looking at the eyebrows as well, to me they are a match for the most part. Of course, she has her trimmed as she gets older. Now, getting onto the mole, this is the real thing that I'm looking at here. I understand Katy Perry, she wears a good amount of makeup, and she has basically 2 moles on the side of her neck. She has multiple moles on her body. But a big mole here, which I believe they basically covered up with JonBenet Ramsey, and they left one for whatever reason. I'm going to get into that, but let's first off understand, again, I believe this photo was flipped. I don't believe it's flipped. I know it was flipped. So I've seen multiple photos with the mole on the other side. Let's take a look. This one here, for example. See, again, the mole on the right side. You definitely see something's going on here. Just a little bit of a brighter image that I made so people can get a better idea. Now, this image here, I want to point out, and you can see the mole again on her right side. Just so people don't think that I'm messing with Photoshop, doing something. Let's take a look here at Coin6 official website. You can look at this yourself. The mole is on her right side. Again, I'll get a little bit of a close-up. That's just not enough for someone. For some people, there's a book or a magazine titled Death of a Little Princess, and again the mole is on the right side. So it totally contradicts what People magazine shows. And again, I believe this was to throw people off. Let's just take a look at more images. Again, a little bit of a close-up. Many photos with the mole on the right side. I want to get in here a little bit more. This image here, another comparison. I lightened this one up again. Take a look here at Katy Perry when she was young. Of course, known as Katy Hudson then. You can see here that there's a mole here and a mole here. I'm going to get a little bit of a close-up for a comparison. Kind of hard to see, but there's a little mole here and there's a larger mole here. There's another image here of her. Not many good images of Katy Perry when she was younger. You definitely see that mole again here, right here again. And I believe for the photos for when she was JonBenet Ramsey, they just covered this one up and they left the smaller one alone for whatever reason. I'm just taking a look to side by side of JonBenet Ramsey to the left and Katy Perry to the right. To me, pretty much spot on. Think about it for a second. JonBenet Ramsey, fictitious name. Katy Perry, a fictitious name. These are all characters. And again, I believe they are one and the same. Now again, talking about Katy Perry and her moles, let's take a look at this photo. Basically, she has makeup on her face and a bit on her neck, but her chest itself, she hasn't put much makeup, and you could definitely see the moles. Make it out a little bit here and a little bit here. You see the moles. A little bit of a close-up. See, again, she's covered them up with makeup, but they're still exposed somewhat. Now with this image here, she's definitely put makeup all over her chest. She's basically covered up all of her moles. A ton of makeup on her face. A little bit of a close-up. You can't really see anything. A little tiny mole here, but bottom line is, again, I believe something definitely going on with her moles. With these photos, I believe, again, they're one and the same. And again, let me go to this one image here. And to me, I mean, this is pretty much spot on. So to me, the whole entire JonBenet Ramsey murder is nothing more than a hoax. To me, it's 100%. As far as her being Katy Perry, I believe it's her. We don't have to agree on this. What happened to JonBenet Ramsey if she was not murdered? To me, just makes the most sense. Everything matches up. Looks just like her. Questions about the moles, to me, really raise a red flag. Why they flip this over again with People magazine to throw people off. And as far as JonBenet Ramsey's parents, supposed parents, again, it's not her real name, and these two are just actors. That's all they are. And as far as Katy Perry's parents, these, I believe, probably her real parents, and these are the actors that played her parents when she played JonBenet Ramsey. It's that simple. Let's do a little quick comparison. Look at the nose. The father here. Take a look at that nose. Now let's see, he had a nose job. It's not him. The mother, definitely not the same. They look similar, but not the same. No cigar.